Well, for part 2, we're going to take this beautifully built Ender 5 Pro. We're going to actually do a test print, but it's going to take a couple steps, so let's get into it. Hey folks, welcome back to GeekSmart, and today we're continuing on our Ender 5 Pro quest. So, like I said, the first video, this is obviously the very first 3D printer I've ever dealt with at all, and first one I built. And now, the first one I'm going to actually set up. So, take it with a grain. This is, you're just going to basically be on my journey of learning how to actually get this thing set up and going. Now, I haven't even plugged in yet. I have all the cables plugged in, power cords ready to go in. We're going to turn it on. We're going to level the bed. We're going to do a test 3D print. Now, in the box, they did give this little USB stick with, basically it's a reader. There's a micro SD card in here. There's a micro SD card up here in the front. We're going to go ahead and read off that bad boy and see what kind of test print we can do with it. And we're going to use the stock filament that came with it. So this is just white PLA filament. Yeah, so I have all the tools still out, ready to go. And even one of the accessories I recently purchased. So we got this built yesterday. Today, let's see if we can't get something printing on it. So, let's get started. So first things first, I'm actually going to go ahead and plug it in, since I have my cord right here. I don't think I have it turned on yet, but it is now plugged in, so we have the power switch over here to the left. Everything should be connected properly. I haven't fed the filament or anything in yet, but that's alright. We're going to go ahead and kick it on and see what happens here. And there comes the screen. I'm going to take the plastic off the screen so hopefully it's easier for you to see. I'm going to get a little bit closer there, but there we are. It is up and running. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually click on this, go down to prepare, and I want to go auto home and see what happens. Hey, there we go. Stuff is happening. So basically she went back to the far corner and now the bed's raising up on its own, which obviously we're going to have it up towards the top anyway to do our leveling of the bed. And I'm going to have to get a piece of paper. So I'm going to let that come up. I'm going to go grab some paper. Okay, so what we're going to do is now is leveling the bed, and that's going to actually go into the menu. We're going to go down to prepare. We're going to go ahead and hit disable stoppers. Disable stoppers at X, Y axis. And I guess we should be set to level the bed. So hopefully we can show this decently, but you just need a piece of paper. This is obviously something from my daughter's new channel, but this piece of paper is going to be put in between the nozzle and the bed. And then these big knobs underneath here. Essentially, if you screw them one direction or the other, the bed will basically go up or down with that spring that's loaded. Right now the spring is fully loaded. So what I want to do is take a little bit of tension out of the string. So basically like you're loosening the nut. If you're thinking about like this would be loosening and this would be tightening it. And you can feel when that's fully tight. That's how it's shipped. So we gotta get it so it's just scraping the paper. So there we go. She's just touching the paper. And I'm going to go ahead and bring it over to here and do the same thing here. Just load the spring. You can hear it, right? You can hear it. It's just touching the paper, right? So I'm going to do that for the other two corners real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get prepare to home, get back to the auto home. So it should lower the bed, go back to home, and then raise the bed back up. So we should be good. So now we're going to go back into prepare, and we're going to do preheat for PLA. That way it starts heating up, and then we can actually load the filament while it's preheating. At least do kind of two things at once. That's my thought, at least. preheat PLA. So now it's doing its thing. Let's get the filament out and get it ready. So I did find a mess up. I don't know if it was on my part or whatever, something I missed or whatever, but if you are working to do this and you prepare and you go to preheat and you actually hit preheat and the whole thing restarts on you, it's because the power supply is set to the incorrect voltage. So these come with to be able to use in North American market, but also other markets, Europe and everything like that. This is set to 230 volt. I need it to set for 115 volt because I'm in the United States. So that's back here. So first off, make sure you turn off the power. That's in the switch up front. Make sure that it's fully off. And then use your screwdriver, and there's a switch. And under there, let's see if I can show you. You can see how it actually says 230 currently. I've got to basically take that and slide it over, and now it's set to 115. Now we should be good to go. Okay, so now we should be good. Go here, go to prepare, and we hit preheat for PLA. Preheat for PLA. Hey, now it's actually doing something. Okay, well now that it's actually preheating, now we can put the filament in. Okay, so I have the filament still sealed actually in the package. And I'm going to go ahead and slice her open. That's silica gel. Okay, so, alright, there she is. Put it on the spool like so. I am going to cut off this section that's kind of bent up, because that's something that I don't really need to go through. And actually, you're supposed to, I think, slice this at like an angle anyway, like a 45. And we're going to feed that through the extruder. So while it's preheating, I actually hit the change. I went to the menu and hit change filament. And then it went backwards and unloaded, which obviously I didn't have anything in there. Now it says insert filament and hit the button to continue. I'm going to click on it. And now it's loading it in automatically. So I'm an idiot. I learned something real quick, and that is if you need to load your filament, there's a better way than using the power. Of course I couldn't figure out because the instructions didn't have it, but I looked into it. That's what this arm right here is. This little tension arm actually releases the tension over here. And yeah, so you put the filament in, you push up on this, and once she makes it in, and that's usually, there it goes, you just keep feeding it until it actually comes out, starts coming out the nozzle. Yep, now we got stuff coming out. Okay, so maybe I should take this off and do it by hand here. So we actually have some filament coming out the nozzle now. We should be good there. We should be ready to print. Let's take a peek at what's on the drive. Alright, so I'm going to take the actual drive itself and insert it. It's probably the other way around. Into here. Okay, so I found that actually it wouldn't register, so I power cycled the printer, and now it's reading the TF card. So I went back and made sure that it was preheated for PLA, but now print from TF card. Let's see. So I'm going to do, I guess we're going to do dog. Extruder is heating. So I chose dog, and I guess we're going to see what happens. So it just said heating is done. Nozzle's heated up. And we're going to just let it do its thing. We did everything I think we needed to do. I'm assuming that it's just going to do its thing now. Alright. So we'll watch a little bit of it, and then we'll fast forward till after she's all done. I'm not going to do a time lapse on this one because this is just my first print, but once we get into more, then I'll probably do more. Now, I will say this. I didn't clean the bed. I didn't put alcohol. I didn't put glue on it. This is me trying things out. This is me testing to see what's going on. I will say this, that thing's quiet. So she seems to be working just fine. We're going to fast forward and come back to this one. So a small progress update. It's been going. You know, to be honest, I didn't really pay attention to what time I started it at, but it's probably been going for about a half an hour. And you can see that it's definitely building up, and everything looks good. There's a little string off to the side there. I don't know if you can see it there, but aside from that, everything else looks fantastic so far. So yeah, we're just gonna let it keep going, and yeah, we'll go from there. Update 2. We're about an hour and a half or so into the print. Not quite an hour and a half, but about an hour and a half. And it's a pretty obvious dog. You can see the tail and everything. So it's looking really, really good. I gotta give it that. Obviously from an onset from the side, it's looking fantastic. So I'm impressed already. Can't wait to see the end result. So it's looking really, really good. But we're quite a ways into it. We're almost at 2.5 hours now, and I just noticed that it does actually tell us time and percentage. So we're 80%, 81% done. 2 hours, 26 minutes in. So obviously it takes time, and of course that's been expected. But it is just past midnight, so I'm going to be getting in bed. But I'll have to check on this in the morning, and that'll be that. Okay, so it finished overnight. I'm going to go ahead and actually turn off the printer. That's the main reason it came down this morning. And she came up real easy. And there it is. So I wonder how easy this is to peel off. Not bad. Oh, one little section there that held a little bit more than others. But in all reality, that is a clean print. So, the print has finished, and I'm extremely impressed by it. Now, of course, this was my very first take at using this machine, and I'm taken aback by how easy it actually is. It's way easier to use this than I had really anticipated. Now, of course, I'm using files that they gave me on the micro SD card, so I didn't provide my own file. But the quality of the print is better than I had actually anticipated. So that's good. And of course, not knowing if my bed leveling technique worked as good or whatever, and everything seemed to work perfect. So for those of you that are looking at getting into 3D printing as just a small hobby or something, kind of like I'm doing, try it. It's not that expensive. There are even smaller printers that are less expensive than this. Yeah, so I wasn't sent this. I bought this myself, and I also bought a few different filaments. So I got a thing of PET G. I bought another roll of PLA, different company, and a roll of ABS. All the same company, the Hatchbox company, which is very price efficient, I guess, on Amazon. I wanted to try various filaments with this and really check to see how well each filament runs on its native nozzle set and everything without me modifying this. I also purchased the glass bed upgrade to upgrade the bed to the glass bed, but I'm going to wait and actually installing that because I want to see how well this standard mat works for a little while before I move to the upgraded glass bed. I do probably eventually want to move to a full metal nozzle to print higher temperature filaments. But that's in the future. That's not today. I spent enough money as it is. But that said, this is something that I'm really looking forward to using more. And I'm really looking forward to showing my daughters how to use it and how to create 3D models. We're going to learn together. So yeah. If you have any questions about the machine or the process that I went through, or if I did something wrong that you saw that could be done better, comment below, because I am not an expert in this at all. This is a new thing. So thank you for watching here to the end. I'm wearing my 2020 t-shirt because right now it's New Year's Eve. or tonight is, and it's time to start a new year and get rid of the year that is behind us. So, that said, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you back here on another future video setup tutorial, I guess. In this case, yeah, I'm better than expected. That's the good thing. So, Creality, maker for solid machine, at least so far as I can tell. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.